and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs. Spoofs, goofs, and novelty songs.
So I actually recently I had to go visit my doctor in person over on First Street.
I love this.
First and what?
Man, you're making it so believable by describing the details.
First and I forget. It's the one underneath the
Marty,
big clock tower.
Did this happen the other day?
Yeah, the other day.
The other day this happened? Okay. I thought I saw this happening the other day.
I thought you had one of those. I thought your doctor keeps weird hours.
Yeah. He's open, like 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And he rotates whether that means AM or PM every other day.
So some days he's working like 13-hour shifts. Other days he's working 1-hour shifts.
Some days 23 hours or 25 hours. Yeah, no, he goes all day.
Wow.
But yeah. So it's Doctor Who was the doctor I was visiting. And
you're asking us?
Yeah, no. I'm just telling you. I went to my doctor, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who's on First. That's my band name. That's my trivia team name. Is Doctor Who's on First?
Yeah, I don't know who your doctor is, Marty.
His name is Who.
Stop asking. If you have papers, like go look at them. But I don't know.
No.
Why would I know that?
His name is Doctor Who.
Oh, the BBC show.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I started that without remembering that the show is there's the famous show Doctor Who, so I started doing that bit without realizing I was about to make a pun.
Wait, a pun?
Because what I was trying to do, guys,
which is like a reference.
In honor of this week's episode, I wanted to do a little homage to what some call the greatest bit ever.
It's pretty good. It's a good bit.
Oh,
it's a fine bit.
Wonderful Frankenstein's on First.
Yes, the monster's on First.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Should we wrap this? Let's rate it.
Yeah, let's rate
I think this is going to be a record for me wanting to just end.
Her apathy. I told you. I checked my levels using my apathy. Because I knew the energy I was going to bring to the studio today was going to be so pathetic.
Yeah, and again, we are in studio. I've built a tube system between all of our mouths, a la the beginning of Midsummer. But instead of car exhaust, it's just raw Corona.
And with that, welcome to Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
The podcast about dumb shit.
For our second week of Spooftober. Where this week we'll be reviewing Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
Our first foray into Abbott and Costello.
This is going to get old if we're doing it every 6 minutes. Or at least, you know what, Marty? I have a new challenge, a new gauntlet to throw down.
Yeah.
Do a couple different reverbs. Why not change it up? If you're gonna invoke the reverb every 6 minutes, then maybe change it up between hall and room, or maybe change the delay time.
You know what's funny is that implies that I don't just want to copy and paste the same effect from every single clip I did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's if you're too lazy to not copy and paste it, then don't set yourself up to do it every fucking 30 seconds.
Abbott and Costello are duo comedians.
I didn't set myself up every 30 seconds. You did. If you listen to that episode, you're the one who keeps pushing me into doing it.
The jury's still out. I don't know.
Okay.
It seemed like it was on your voice a lot more than mine.
Comedy team.
I don't know about pushing you to do it. I kept bringing up Halloween.
You made me. You forced me. You held my hand. Yeah, exactly. And I decided to just do it every time. Kelly, would you like to describe... Are you going to read from Wikipedia for us?
Yeah, I'm reading from Wikipedia. I'm trying to get this choo-choo train back on the tracks.
Okay.
They're a comedy duo. And they're popular in the 1940s, and their famousness waned in 1950s. Their popularity waned in 1950s, but their patter routine, Who's on First, is considered one of the best-known comedy routines of all time. Isn't that what you said earlier?
That is what I said earlier.
Did you edit the Wikipedia article to say this?
No, never.
Yeah, this is a cult bit that Marty's like really fucking stands and keeps trying to bring into the zeitgeist.
I found that on Stumble Upon years ago, that bit, and I've memorized it.
Stumble Upon is like, I was just thinking about that recently, and I was like, dang, that's something that is gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Okay, a horror movie that takes place in 2011, and it's like they stumble upon like the Ring website or something.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
No, it's bad. No, Marty, it's very bad.
This week we're reviewing Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, a 1948 horror comedy starring the team of Abbott and Costello. This was the first in a series of films featuring the legendary duo as they come across various characters from Universal's horror film stable. They actually come across, in this film in particular, some of the actors who played the original villains. Bela Lugosi as Dracula, Lon Chaney as the Wolfman. This film was considered kind of the swan song for the big three of the Universal horror monsters, Wolfman, Dracula, and Frankenstein's monster, as none had appeared in a movie for a few years before this, and they kind of were declining at this point.
Boris Karloff did not make the cut.
He did not want to appear in this movie, actually.
Wow.
He declined to appear, but he did
What a prick.
promo. He literally went on tour to promote the movie, but did not want to be in the movie.
He's
Very
shy.
weird. Very weird.
Or
Yeah,
he's just very
too shy.
serious about his art, horror only. I won't be in
think-
something that makes mockery of my art.
I think I think that is like the genuine reason, yeah. Kelly already covered a lot of information about Abbott and Costello.
That's the first two sentences on Wikipedia.
I mean, basically, they started in the mid-1930s in radio and the stage. Eventually, they started doing TV, and then they did a bunch of movies together before they did this one. They started to decline towards the 50s as other comedy duos started to become more popular. Their popularity also was declining. They dissolved their partnership at one point, and then Lou Costello died in 1957, Bud Abbott died in 1974, which is why you don't see them anymore.
Which one is
Oh, thank you.
which one is short one?
Short one is Lou Costello.
Oh, he's the funny one.
Yeah, he's the funny one.
Well, yeah,
I
you
think-
gotta have your straight man.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless Abbott's doing a lot of the writing, I feel like Abbott could just be like anybody.
All right, so here's
There's a
fun
lot of
thought.
like 90-year-olds getting pissed at me right now.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, we're already talking about. You don't have to ask, Marty.
what are your fun thoughts about this movie?
I'm not
Kelly, go
talking
ahead.
about. I want to see which one of us is Abbott, which one of us is Costello, and which one of us sucks.
Hey,
We'll do a ranked vote.
Oh, wow. Are we letting the fans vote?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
yeah, tweet
Hey,
at
hit
Marty.
us up on Twitter. Yeah, tweet at us. I think we're SGNS.
Just
Pod.
Marty. Tweet at Marty.
I'm
Yeah, tweet
definitely
at my Twitter
Abbott.
account.
Are you kidding me?
I suck.
I mean, I suck too, but also
I
Gotta
don't know
let the
if
fans decide.
none of us is like. I don't know. Yeah, I actually don't know.
You know what? I
And
know. I think
silence.
I'm
You're
Abbott.
Costello.
And you 2 need to get to work.
Scott, I think,
Oh,
is
wait,
definitely
'cause-
more.
Stop
yeah,
fucking around, you guys.
Scott's Abbott. Sorry, I
Yeah.
messed them up.
Yeah. Because you got angry one and fun one. Scott is definitely the angry one. Kelly's the fun one.
Yeah.
And I am a tape recorder.
3, 2, 1.
For
record.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I highlight the Wikipedia article and I hit Control Shift
Hey.
9 or whatever.
I craft this. This is crafted
Abbott
language
and
here.
Costello.
Oh, AI bot is back.
Gentlemen, what do you think of this week's movie?
So my first note on this movie was I'm going to be shocked if I have a page of notes for this movie. And I think I have a page of notes basically for this movie.
Well, are you shocked?
Are you shocked because you hit the mark spot on? Like you throw water across the room and it perfectly fills the glass? Or are you shocked because you're surprised you had that much to say about it? Or are you shocked because you're surprised you didn't have more to say about it?
I figured I wouldn't have much to say, and I assumed all three of us were gonna listener. We're gonna pull back the curtain. This might be a lean conversation about this movie.
What?
There's not a ton
What are you
to
talking
say about this movie,
Marty? I think there's a lot to say about this movie,
Okay.
and I'm sorry
Kelly?
for sidetracking the podcast so much to see what you meant by what you said about one page of notes. I apologize.
Hey.
Let me just apologize right now. We got so much to talk about. We're going to get to Costello, but first let's talk about Abbott, okay, boys? All right, let's keep this on the tracks.
Oh my god!
Let's talk about him. Tall, hat,
Straight man.
suit, white
Voice
guy.
of reason. So this movie, guys, this is a monster movie mashup, a team up, you might say, a regular Avengers. It even has an Avengers style twist ending. I don't know if you guys were paying attention and caught that at the end of the movie. But
My favorite part was when all the monsters, the solution to killing the bad guy at the end was for all the monsters to use their powers on him at the same time.
My
and then
favorite
that kills him.
My favorite part was when Frankenstein was like, "What shawarma?" That was my favorite part.
You know, why isn't this movie called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein's Monster? Because it's not. They don't meet Frankenstein in this movie.
Yep.
Marty, that is very interesting. That is a very...
No, let's keep
it's
talking about this. Let's keep talking about this.
Very insightful that you point that out, because most people do not understand that distinction, and it's time we set the record straight. Marty, go ahead.
This is also our second Dracula spoof that we've done. And by the way, I think this is actually a pretty great Dracula spoof. By the way, spoiler alert, I actually legit think this was a great... A, I had a really good time watching this movie. B, I thought this was a pretty good spoof of the Universal monsters in general. There was a lot of really fun bits, and there's a lot of really good one-liners in this movie. Overall, I think this movie is a very charming watch, and is the type of thing that's like, you could just put this on during Halloween and feel satisfied.
Wow. That was,
All right.
Are you on the same steroids
Scott, do you have a
Trump
song
is?
for us?
No, what did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy the flick?
All right, here's my thoughts on it. For real thoughts on it. I'm going to get to Costello, but let's talk about Abbott first. I think that it starts off like pretty strong. The writing's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
And where they completely lost me. And I mean, like, I was pretty into it for like the first probably 10, 15 minutes. And then it lost me at a bit where Abbott kept seeing, he was reading the instructions that came along with the Dracula coffin that they were delivering. Abbott and Costello in this movie
Are you talking
delivering
about
numbers.
that like 40-minute long scene?
Yeah,
towards the beginning
every
of the
scene in
movie?
this movie is 40 minutes long.
I mean, it's an old comedy movie. This is generally what they were. This is a lot of really long, kind of repetitive.
But there
scenes.
was like the beginning writing like carried it a bit. It was funny. It was pretty fresh. Abbott has a joke about, I'm a union worker, so I only work 16 hours a day. Costello has it.
That's Costello.
Whatever,
Yeah.
dude. They're all the same.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
They're both straight white males. Who cares? Who cares?
Costello was
Marty.
the-
Tell him, Marty.
Costello's the one with all the good lines in this movie.
All right.
Abbott is just
Fucking
dumbass.
Costello. He's like, yeah, I only work 16 hours a day. I'm a union man. And then the guy who's arguing with is like, but union workers only work 8 hours a day. And he's like, I'm in 2 unions. And I thought, I got a kick out of that. That was kind of fun.
I love that line.
That was
I
a great
chuckled,
line.
too.
I was like, oh, maybe
good
this
line.
movie won't have bad jokes in it. And then it just gets so boring and slow. It just screeches to a halt, like pretty much after that line. And it just like doesn't,
It's right away.
It's not captivating. It's not that captivating to me. And like, I bet it was really good back when it came out, but hey, you're talking to Baby Shark Brain, Goopy Goblin, Gamer Boy, Kelly here. I got nothing going on in my, like, I can't focus on something like that for so long. There was not a lot to look at. It was black and white. Where's that color? Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I thought what Kelly was getting at with the coffin opening scene was just they made such a fucking meal out of that. Like they did the same joke. Like, hey, what year did this movie come out?
1948.
So it must have been 1949 they invented the rule of threes.
I was just gonna
'cause
say they're
fucking-
doing the rule of sixes for this movie.
Yeah, and I don't know how many times. And then if we just take Abbott getting scared as one joke, then they literally did that 147 times.
Yeah.
You flipped him again.
It's fine.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't read the Wikipedia. My apologies.
I actually enjoyed the coffin gag, and I liked that it went on. I actually liked that this movie really takes its time, and that it's so focused on the characters. I really like that this movie is like, yeah, they're really simple characters. Abbott and Costello, they have a very specific archetype, but I like that this movie spends a lot of time with each of them, and I feel like it works to make you actually care about them by the end of the movie. Like, as weird as that sounds for this, like, really kind of slapstick, dumb, old school comedy.
I thought the opposite.
I like that it was slow. Yeah. I figured you guys wouldn't like this. I knew you guys wouldn't like this.
The characters are kind of two-dimensional.
I like that, but I like that it spends so much time driving home those character traits because it does actually play into the narrative of the movie.
You know, right? It is like the same as like when you see the original Halloween and it's like, oh, this is the first slasher. Like this dynamic that we've seen like driven home, like again, looking back on somehow The Binge is going to be like the movie we like reference them the most, but like just how like, or like Superbad, like there's like some like buddy comedies, like it is, they're all echoes of Abbott and Costello.
For sure. I tried to watch it with that in mind. Like I did try to like watch this movie thinking like fresh movie. I've never seen these bits before. Just like try to judge it based on that. Because yeah, it is like, yeah, every even like every like spoofy gag they do in this movie is like something we've definitely seen before, right? Even that coffin gag, like, again, we saw Dracula Dead and Loving It. There's so many jokes from Dracula Dead and Loving It that are in this movie too. Like it's like really repetitive. It's crazy how just all this early stuff gets really ripped off really quickly. This and Little Train Robbery, man, everyone's ripping that movie off every time we're like, oh no,
every time somebody falls down,
they fall down. Oh my god, they're in a smaller train now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a thought and now it's gone. Kelly.
Oh, I'm done.
All right.
Oh no, Kelly.
I'm full of talking about this film. No, it's just not. I just don't have a lot to say. Like, I don't want to shit on it too much because I do think for its time it was probably really, really good when it came out. It's kind of weird to like comparing it. For me, it's comparable like to Buster Keaton films, but it's not as like they're different. It's less slapstick, more writing focused, I think. In my opinion, they still do a lot of visual gags, and some of the
got like the box gag in the beginning is really like slapsticky.
It's slapsticky, and it's kind of like I was like, how do they do that? He's like 12 feet up for real. They must have like
there's a magnet in his pants.
He's secured to the top of the box, right? Like,
well, yeah, but that still seems very unsafe. Like, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
it's like when Michael Jackson was doing the lean forward thing for Smooth Criminal. And he like broke his Achilles. He tore his Achilles tendon.
Oh, really?
Stunt. Yeah. That's why I think it's like dangerous because that was like 50 years later, and Michael Jackson fucked himself.
That's what the original Hee was from.
It's because it hurt him. Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah. Here's something. If Buster Keaton was doing his thing in 2020 instead of 1920, on TikTok, you call him Buster Yeaton. Am I right, guys?
Oh, yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Taking me for a walk around the block to get to that one, Scott. That was nice. Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Because he's heating himself across the train tracks.
You're really. It's simple jokes. It wasn't complicated. Oh, I wanted to point out. Lon Chaney, not particularly good at acting, it feels like, in this movie.
When he was the Wolfman, though,
very convincing. It's the Wolfman, but yeah, and a lot of the movie kind of hinges on his character to like really drive the plot forward. And I was like, oh no, he's not. This is not age. That was the part that aged the worst. I thought.
I wish they had the idea to let the monsters do some bits.
They just kind of relied on like Abbott and Costello are the funny parts of this movie, and everyone else is going to be played really seriously because even like all the sidekicks.
I'm being scared of the monsters will be the joke. All it is like Costello doing so much of his humor, it seems like, is like rooted in like him acting out like involuntary reactions to things,
like tics,
like involuntary, but also like kind of like deadpan, and also like reacting like it seems like it would take this man like 4 hours just to like leave his house. If like every time he drops the keys, he has to like blink at the camera for fucking 3 straight minutes. Like,
whoa.
he has to like look down at the keys, look back up at the camera, down at the keys, back up at his hands, make like a motion like turning the keys. Like, yeah. He was like, and so it's like, if you're not like with him on that, then it's like, oh boy, this is going.
Yeah. And I personally was like, I was all for it. So that's the difference between us, I guess.
Marty was
found
clapping his
enjoyable.
hands for the TV.
It's going like,
Yeah. Yay, more. I'm so entertained. Hooray.
Marty just wants to have an air of sophistication. Oh, I love black and white films.
I like film, you see. Yes, I want the movie to have the risk of burning at any point if there's a stray piece of tape on the splices.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marty watched this on his old projector wearing like a smoking
Got 16
jacket.
mil. Yeah. We've got like 20 more Abbott and Costello movies that we're gonna have to review on the podcast. So I hope you guys start to like them at some point.
Why? We should do some Marx Brothers then.
We should, yeah.
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that I need these movies to be recut the way they were meant to be watched on TikTok in 20-second clips. I don't know the maximum. I haven't been on TikTok yet. I'm gonna be real.
Legit, we
Kelly-
should just edit. We should edit all these movies down to like 20 minutes a pop.
Kelly, you should just watch these at 1.5 times speed. I think you would honestly probably enjoy them so much more if it was just like
Yeah, I did. I've done that, and it's
oh no,
not for this one, but for other movies, I definitely have. I've been open about that. I feel like
yeah. You've mentioned it before.
You've always been very transparent about that, Kelly.
Yeah.
And for that, we'll vote for you.
Wow, thank you, gentlemen.
Oh no, I'm not supposed to reveal my vote.
And I'm gonna get to Costello, but
Oh god.
no, it's I wish I had more to say. Like again, I just feel bad for being like these fucking idiots from 1930 couldn't put together a film that my 2020 brain enjoys. So stupid. Oh my god.
No, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way though. Like it's some, like movies, I feel like in particular is like still such a new art form. It still is. It's still only like 100 years old. It's still evolving all the time. So like 100 years, like having passed 100 years, there's been a lot of technology and like style changes artistically that faster than like other art forms ever, progressed, I would say in that way. That might be wrong.
I can't remember the last time I watched a movie without a Fortnite dance in it and didn't like it or liked it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the art form progressing is dabbing
Dabbing an orange shirt kid dance.
Techno, yeah.
Travis Scott comes out.
Ooh, he's endorsing Big Macs
man.
now.
For president?
He's got a full-on meal.
Yeah, he does. It's true.
I have too many thoughts. Okay. Well, first of all, with the Travis Scott meal, a genuine question. Is there anything different about the fries or drink? Like, I feel like it can't be... Like, a meal is just, like, fries in it. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing that can really change at McDonald's is just the sandwich, right?
I think the fries are the same. The drink, though, Scott, have you ever had Sprite?
Yes, I'm familiar. Or if I was Marty, I don't drink soda.
They have different variations of Sprite. They have like Diet Sprite, Sprite Zero, Sprite Fuel.
Still doing Marty improv. Actually, my ears are full of wax and I can't hear anything you're saying right now.
Okay, well, it's called McDonald's Sprite.
Wait, what does that mean?
It's the Sprite they sell at McDonald's. It's the best kind of Sprite.
It's extra good.
Is it the canisters like the Coke they do?
It's like the syrup that they use.
Yeah.
You can like control how much syrup goes in, so you crank that up a little bit. Give it a couple more cals.
So you're saying that, well, again, if I order a Big Mac with Sprite, it's the same Sprite, right? It's not the Travis Scott Sprite?
No, it's not.
And what's the sandwich in the Travis Scott meal?
That you'd have to ask
the man himself. Yeah. I'm just curious. I feel like a meal is like a bit of an overstatement when like everything just comes with fucking the same fries and a drink.
Yeah, it's a bullshit promotion thing. You're reading into it too much.
No, we got to get to the bottom.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Travis Scott's meal. I think Travis Scott is the biggest sellout of the Zoomer
Well, yeah, he made a McDonald's cross promotion.
He's
like,
done
what?
so many crazy marketing things that it's just like, why? Like he was one of the first people to do a Fortnite concert, I'm pretty sure. It's just like, I'm grossed out a little bit by that, to be perfectly honest. Like, I guess get your money, bud, but holy shit at the same time.
Where are I want to harken back to an age where we didn't have sellout artists, where people of integrity like Britney Spears,
It's not
Michael
even
Jackson,
that. No. It's
would
not,
never take a picture with E.T.
Abbott and Costello.
Scott, it's not that.
Or be in a
It's
Pepsi
not him
commercial.
selling out that I have a problem with. It's the amount of selling out he's done. Like, he's just... I feel like I hear more about him from his collaborations with other advertisements than I have like his music. I don't feel like I hear his
only
music
know
at all.
who he is because of the Fortnite thing and the McDonald's thing.
That's how. Is that for real? Because that's how I feel too.
That's not. That's how you feel. That's how I am, Kelly.
Yeah, that's like how I am too. I didn't know who he was before the Fortnite thing and the McDonald's thing, and then he was on SNL out of nowhere, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And it was bad, and I was like, "Oh, his music sucks," but he's in like every advertisement ever.
Here's a question for all three of us. Do any of the three of us listen to like Pop 100 radio stations?
Not really, no.
No, but I demand that this Travis Scott fellow direct his artistic output towards me.
I think I proved my point there.
All I'm saying is that it's a little gross to me. The second thing is that I feel like McDonald's is using Travis Scott. It's not like Travis Scott is just getting a big bill from McDonald's. I think it's literally a collaboration between the two. And they're trying to get more kids to eat their food, like more Gen Zs to eat their food, because their food has such a bad reputation. And I think they're failing so bad if they can't captivate the youth of today with their sugary ass burgers.
They've been sneakily rebranding a lot, like them changing up their menu a lot lately and stuff. They are trying really hard to rebrand as like the hip thing again.
It should just be the healthy. That should just be health. Just go for health.
Yeah, but
Health and
their
good
company,
taste,
they're
but like
trying
it's
to-
hard. It's hard to like dial back on the amount of sugar and I don't know. I'm not.
I feel like, Kelly, are you arguing for corporations and celebrities to be moral? Because this is you're gonna
Yeah,
have
I
a bad
am.
time.
I
You're
am
gonna have
doing
a
You're gonna have
bad
a long,
time.
Be a little
you're gonna wait
moral.
a long time. Yeah, Scott's not wrong.
Wait, is this
But
Scott's
Kelly,
Democratic
too.
Socialist podcast? Is that what we're on? Did I fuck up?
oh
Yeah,
God.
you didn't realize?
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, this
All right,
is
let's
what
get
I'm
to
doing for the
Costello.
DSA podcast.
As-
Is just talking to you schmucks. I don't know what
As a
else
political, as a political ideology, I will give Democratic socialism a 10 out of
to
10.
do. Hey, nice. And as a spoof,
You review it as a spoof.
As a spoof, also 10 out of 10 because it
fair,
never works.
fair.
Because it never
hey,
works.
wait a minute, take off that mask.
Who's it?
Ben Shapiro.
I'm really short and I'm on Twitter and I talk kind of like a little troll man.
Just compare, just to Kelly's point about how this movie is like not very good.
God. Oh my God.
That's my point.
Compare it to Shaun of the Dead, where it's just like there's like so much going on. This movie, not a whole lot going on.
Oh, I disagree. I think this movie actually does a good job of
This movie's
developing
jam-packed with
all of
content, and it's
bits.
super fast-paced. And there's so much connective
No,
tissue in this movie. There's so much that paid off. That guy who looked like Dracula actually was Dracula.
Marty must have watched the director's cut with commentary.
No, I just mean like I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to convince you guys. I'm not gonna keep harping on the same points. I think there's plenty going on in this movie. Not everything needs to be as like tight as Shaun of the Dead. You know, like I like that this movie is a little more casual, and I like that it's like pretty much a series of like sketch conversations and stuff. It works. I don't know. It worked for me. As a movie, 8 out of 10, and as a spoof, also 8 out of 10. I thought this movie actually played off the monster movie tropes pretty well.
As a movie, 3 out of 10. Pretty boring. Not the strongest narrative, I'd say. And as a spoof, I'm gonna say 6 out of 10. Actually, Marty's applauding. Marty loves giving nonverbal cues on the podcast.
In Marty's defense, when you're reviewing, it's your podium. It's your stage.
Yeah. That I don't want to interrupt you. I just want to do little
it's
little
distracting.
gestures of
It's distracting.
or disagree.
If we're gonna communicate, whatever. I don't want to. It's hard to have a whole side conversation while I'm in the middle of talking. Anyway,
just do what I do. Close your eyes, unzip your pants, and let your review rip. Let it rip.
All right. Zip. 6 out of 10. Because it does a good job making fun of those 30s and 40s monster flicks. Kelly?
Yeah. 3 out of 10 as a movie, and 6 out of 10 as a spoof. I think it did really good job of being like, hey, vampire funny.
when man who is not supposed to be afraid of sorry.
No, Scott asked me to change his answers a little bit. So 5.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
As a spoof.
He's not copying Marty.
I'm not copying Marty.
I don't care.
My answer's different, Marty.
Oh God, I know. Have I ever complained about that? I don't give a shit what your rating is. All right.
Here's the thing: as men, we're not supposed to be afraid of things. So when a guy is afraid of, say, a vampire, that's funny. Anyways,
yeah.
Hey Scott, do you have a novelty song for us this week?
Yeah, I do. Let me pull it up. Today, fellas, we're talking about Egyptian Shumba by the Tammys. This is a 1960s girl group track that, oh boy, it's a weird one. It's got a very strange composition featuring like detuned like clarinet or something like that, and all kinds of weird background instruments. And then it features the 3 Tammys singing harmonies and doing some like doo-wop kind of scatting stuff. So yeah, the Tammys were a girl group from the 1960s. They kind of got their start with Lou Christie, who is the guy that sings that Lightning Striking Again song you may have heard from the Oldies channel. Well, when he got famous, he kind of pulled them up with him. They had a couple singles that they tried to release, but they never really had a chart-topping success, and then sort of disappeared into obscurity until later in the 70s when they were rediscovered, especially for this song with its like novelty value. But actually, I highly recommend on Spotify, they have just like a collection of the singles that they did put out. I think it's like 8 tracks, and they're all really good. It's, if you look at the ones they decided to try to release as singles to get radio play, I think they chose like kind of all the wrong songs, but they're still all like really like solid, like great, like, you know, stands up with any like 60s girl group stuff. Yeah, so I guess let's have a little taste of Egyptian Shumba by Tammy. Alright, boys, so there you have the song. Now, of course, no novelty song segment would be complete. Of course, we're doing a quiz. Come on. It'd be
my word.
It'd be weird if we didn't. Fellas, we're doing a doo-wop quiz. I'm gonna give you the beginning of a doo-wop line, and then you'll have 3, multiple choice finishers. You gotta select the correct.
Hell yeah.
The correct
doo-wop. Should be a
doo-wop.
video game. Doo-wop finishers.
All right, so yeah, you pick A, B, or C. So question 1, mbop. I'll give you the lead up again. Mbop. Is it A, shablam, B, badibadop bop, or C, badibadop whole wheat bagel?
Marty B.
That was too easy.
Correct.
Yay.
Well, hey, that's
Marty
just question
B.
1.
Marty B is my alternate ego on stage.
Oh, like Maddie B?
Cardi B. God.
Oh. Maddie B and Cardi B should do a collab.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 2.
Oh.
Dip, 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 dip.
One more
Again.
time, please.
Dip, 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 dip. Is it A, dang, 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 dang? B, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong? Or C, num 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 num, get a job?
Kelly, A.
I think Marty. Oh, it's C. It also goes dip, 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 dip. Oh.
The internet cut out at just the worst possible time.
Oh, it's C.
Okay.
No, I already said A.
Well,
Wait, what?
Kelly rang in first with the incorrect answer, and then Marty comes in second with it's C. Question number 3. Skibidi-bidi-bidi. One more time. Skibidi-bidi-bidi. Is it A, sklibop boop, or B, badop boop, or C, Kaylee McEnany?
I don't know.
Kelly, B.
I'll go Marty A.
Okay, it wasn't Kaylee McEnany. That's the White House press secretary.
Are you letting us know that because you didn't get the laugh that you were hoping to get when you did that?
R.I.P. It's crazy she died from COVID this week.
I mean, you're making that joke as we record this a week in advance. By the time the episode comes out, who knows?
I might have to take that out.
Yeah, that's really in poor taste, you prick.
Marty, get a clean take of it's crazy that she didn't die this week.
It's crazy she didn't die this week.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
I say God bless that woman. I don't wish illness upon anyone. It was B, badop boop, skibidi-bidi-bidi, badop boop. Scatman, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know
I
that
said
actually,
B.
so yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well then you
Kelly
get
got
the
that one.
point. That's
Why
what
are
I'm
you saying, come on, guys? I did it.
Oh, well, you didn't seem sure about it.
I was I was pumping my fists because I was.
All right. Oh my God, Kelly,
Here's
I'm
Tiger
sending you a
Woods.
virtual pat on the head. You get the point. God.
Good job, buddy.
Number 4, Chim Chimney. A, Charizard. B, Scrim Scram Skidoo. Or C, Chim Chim Chiroo.
Marty C.
Marty, you got it. All right. And for the 5th, wait. So what's the score here?
3-1. This is worth more points. I
Oh, we're
assume.
all tied up. Okay.
For 3 points.
For 3 points, the final question is a competition. You two will go back and forth volleying rhymes based off of a word that I give. Or, Marty, I had this with you in mind. You can choose to instead do word association.
Dog wog, of course.
Yeah. You know what? We'll just do this. We're gonna start with Marty volleying back and forth. Whoever does not come up with a rhyme within a reasonable 3 to 5 seconds, or says a nonsense word will be eliminated.
Okay. I like this. This is good.
So let's say for the first word, we're gonna start it straight down the plate. Tree.
C.
Free.
G.
Oh, that's a letter.
It's more of an onomatopoeia, but we'll give it to you.
B.
He.
T.
She.
Ghee, like the butter.
Ooh.
Right on the buzzer. You got that one.
Right at that last minute. We.
Frisbee. Can it be that? Can you do the second?
Counts. 2 syllables counts.
How about ennui? Ah.
Jiminy.
Judges.
Judges?
How about this? Chimney.
Ooh. Me. Going back to basics.
Key.
You said key already.
I meant the other spelling of key.
Oh. K-I.
I meant, of course, Lee.
Like the jeans.
Yep.
All right.
Lee.
Okay. You watch yourself.
I gotta do improv style thing. I gotta think ahead.
All right.
While
You
it's
know
Kelly's
what?
turn.
We'll call that first one a draw. The two wits
good.
are perfectly matched. So I'm gonna have to introduce a slightly harder word.
then something that rhymes with E.
All right. We're gonna start with Kelly this time. The word is rat.
Fat.
Drat.
Scott, judges?
It's a word?
All right, fine.
It's more of an exclamation like G, but we'll give it to you.
God.
Tat.
Kelly?
Sat.
Matt.
Pat.
Zach.
He did say close associations count. I'm gonna go bat.
No. That was, you could choose to do word association as a completely separate competition.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Zach, near rhyme, does not count.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Kelly, for giving me a way to end this segment.
Because you gave us two easy to rhyme words.
All right, fine. You want a hard one?
Orange.
Hard one.
All right. This is the pro level one. River. And this, we'll say with hard ones, near rhymes count.
Sliver.
Shiver.
Okay.
Yeah, I win.
Hey, Marty.
That was for 7 points, right? I win. Cool.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Good game,
blew
Marty.
it at the last
Nice
minute.
try,
I blew
but
it.
you always forget to just wait until the last question to actually put any effort in, idiot.
Kelly probably does have like 100% win record because of
I've
that.
lost to Scott like every time you give us a
well.
quiz.
Well,
Because I refuse to be dominated by you or Corona.
Yeah. Good job. Marty. And me. And this cast. I'm done. Give us a product.
I'm doing the Bela Lugosi hand thing to the camera right now.
Thank you for describing it to the listener, because I don't want to.
Marty is cool. Marty is funny. I love doing the podcast. This is a valuable use of my time.
This week's novelty product is... Oh, you can't see it. There's a little glare. It's a David Puddy Vinyl Idolz. David Puddy, of course, the classic Seinfeld supporting character.
We have this
little...
before a Funko Pop.
This is a Funko... Oh, fun fact. Vinyl Idolz is a version of Funko Pop.
Are they the same company?
They are.
Wow. They're really
Vinyl
just in a race to destroy the environment, it feels like.
Right. Funko Pop has like a bunch of different spin-off ones. Vinyl Idolz is one of like 10 that they have that they license specific to certain like brands or different things. Like the Seinfeld ones are all the Vinyl Idol ones and etc. etc.
Yeah, Jerry would never let himself be on a Funko
Between
Pop.
this and the fucking Travis Scott mail, we truly live in a fucking poisoned society.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate
We do.
it.
Jesus Christ.
Funko Pops have been around since 1998. It was sold to somebody else. I couldn't find the information on that in 2005, which is when it started to bloom into the massive action figure licensing company that it is today. The founder of this company founded it after not being able to find an affordable big boy coin bank. You know, big boy restaurants, like he wanted a coin bank of the big boy. He tried to sell coin banks at first. Company didn't fail. Guess which spoof movie franchise he had the licensing rights for bobbleheads that kept the company afloat for years?
Austin Powers.
It was Austin Powers. Yes, Funko Pops have a rich history of spoofdom, just like this podcast, guys. They are, of course, the most popular action figure thing. Everybody acts like they're a cool thing to own these days. You see tons
They're
of
not.
Funko Pop reviews.
Don't be
They are
fooled.
not cool. This was a gift I have, by the way.
Oh,
This was
man.
gifted to me by a friend.
I have talked about this, how I just feel like it's such a scam for nerddom, for like friends and family of people who are into geeky stuff. and just be like, oh, he likes
Yeah.
Mario. I'll get him
Yes.
the Funko Pop Mario. And it's like, no, I don't
Yep.
want this. This doesn't define me as a person.
Guys,
I
I own 7 I drink and I know things shirts.
I do think that is like that was the thing that kept it afloat for years though, is like people just buying this kind of crap at Christmas when they
Yeah,
don't know what
it's
to
like
get
the
their, nieces and
go-to
nephews.
Christmas gift, and even I've fallen
Yeah.
prey to it. But it's
Yeah.
like very much, no, I'm not going to get my friend Seinfeld Clue. He already has it.
Well, I think
I
it's
also was-
partially that,
I
and
was
I
gifted
also
that,
think
too.
it's this like they've just like perfectly they like have found this wonderful like consumerist fucking tactic of like everybody has to have quote unquote their franchise. Like we're a Star
Yeah.
Wars family. Oh well, we're a
Yeah.
Marvel house. Like, and
Yeah, we're Trekkies.
you like display like who you are as a person by.
I mean,
the
to be
fucking
fair,
tchotchkes you have on your desk.
Sam and I moved to an area.
Oh,
where
sorry, I was just
Pizza Hut-
reading from the Fight Club script. What were you saying, Kelly?
Is that your DS? Dude, we keep messing up your DSA podcast.
Oh
DSA.
yeah, sorry, I was writing my narration out loud. Sorry.
Kelly,
was
you moved
saying-
somewhere new?
In fairness to like we're a Trekkie household, or we like Star Wars in this family. Sam and I did move to a location that delivers Pizza Hut, and we are a Pizza Hut family. Sorry. Sorry.
Hey, I'm on board with that because I think most of the other big chain pizzas are pretty garbagey. I think
Between-
Pizza Hut's the best one.
Pizza Hut and Domino's, gotta say, my allegiance goes to the Hut.
Yeah, I think Hut's better.
I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Just imagine trying to out Pizza the Hut. You know what I'm saying, guys?
I'm
I
constantly
also-
pizzaing, but I can never out pizza the Hut as much as I pizza.
This podcast is never going to get any sponsors because we're just constantly shitting on capitalism.
Yeah, because
No,
we're an
we're-
anti-corporate punk rock podcast.
Hang on. We're not mean to stamps.com. We're not mean to adamandeve.com. We're nice to Lisa Mattress.
Yeah.
We love all of those companies.
Squarespace, love them,
Love it.
comrades.
I use Squarespace. If the person who bought me this Funko Pop is listening, by the way, I do appreciate this little.
No, you've
David
had it.
Puddy
You've had it for a
figurine.
while, and you've had it
Hi,
out.
Kristen.
I have. It was not Kristen. I won't say who it was. For this week's quiz, gentlemen, I decided to mix things up a little bit and even go a little off topic, you might say. For this week, I have found a PDF of various whodunit puzzles. And if you want to play along or play your own version, this is 5minutemystery.com is the website. So I'm going to give you guys some options. You guys can tell me which one you want to solve, and then I'm going to read a little murder mystery, and we're going to solve who done it.
So,
Who has done it?
Who has done
how does this relate to Funko Pop Vinyl Idolz?
it? Does not. uh,
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I'm not insane.
I don't even want to do it now.
God. Why?
I'm kidding.
Okay. I figured that you guys would be more likely to do it if it didn't have anything to do.
Wait a minute. Is this the mystery of which chip is the best on Ranker?
No. It's okay. Do we want to do the number one rated one, the saxophone's ghost? Do we want to do the Crusader's robe, Bigfoot
Sounds
mystery? Oh, God. Battle of the Bulge? The
Hypersexualized.
Date? B-movie murder?
Like that. Okay, B movie murder actually applies, so we should
Yeah,
do that.
B
one.
movie
Yeah, let's
murder.
do that one. All right, B-movie
If
murder.
this isn't about Jerry Seinfeld's B movie, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh, God. Okay, it's not too long. Okay. So bear with me, because I do have to read like a page here. Detective Cheryl Barnes and her partner Robert Simmons marched onto the set of Alien Invaders, a low-budget movie being filmed at a rented house in the Hollywood Hills. Cheryl looked at several alien costumes lying across a lawn chair and shuddered.
Boy, these things are crazy.
Robert nodded.
Yeah, I think my goosebumps have goosebumps.
Did you say that last week?
Yeah, we did say that last week. Yeah,
Yeah, specifically Marty.
yeah, you did say that.
The police were called when Clifford Lang, one of the actors, died in his trailer. The medical examiner removed the body and determined that poison had entered his system just before 8 in the morning. Robert walked around the lot while Cheryl examined Clifford's trailer. In front of it lay a carpet that was immaculate, even though it was on the street. After a few moments, Cheryl walked inside the house and looked for the director of the film, Sal Digby. She found him in the kitchen. On the table beside Sal was a bag of herbs and vitamins.
Hello, Mr. Digby. I'm Detective Barnes. I understand you were the first person to find Mr. Lang's body.
So this is like a Murder, She Wrote kind of a...
Can you describe the circumstances?
Sure.
He opened up a bottle and swallowed a vitamin C capsule.
All the actors were on the set by 8 this morning, except Clifford. I found it odd because usually he was right on time. When he didn't show after 10 minutes, I ran over to his trailer and knocked on the door. He didn't answer, so I used my master key.
Sal swallowed another pill.
I felt terrible when I saw him. He lay on the floor next to a script, his face white. I didn't touch him.
Sal rubbed his hands together.
I don't like to touch anything because I get sick very easily. It looked like he had passed away, so I called Angela to take his pulse.
I cannot land on a Sal voice, by the way, here, so
Doing
apologies.
great. Hey, you're doing great, champ. Hey, hang in there,
Thanks,
champ. You're
thanks.
doing real good.
Sal felt his brow.
Is it hot in here?
Cheryl shook her head. Sal looked through his bag for something else, then gave up.
There's a rumor that Mr. Lang and his leading lady didn't get along.
The director shook his head.
Not true. Angela is quite a nice person. She used to be a nurse.
And Lang?
Sal began again to look in his bag.
If I can be honest here, he was kind of a prima donna.
Oh my god, there's so much left. Okay, there's so much left. Should I keep going? Should I keep going?
I don't know.
You guys
can
tell
solve
me.
it now, Kel?
It's definitely Clifford, dude. If it's
Clifford's
not
not
Clifford,
an
I'm pretty
option.
sure Clifford's the big red dog. Like, at least. I'd like to
So your
investigate
options?
if Clifford is the
Oh,
big
no.
red dog.
Oh no. So who's sus right now?
Who's
Anybody got
sus?
any sus suspects? Angela, Debbie, Sal, and Tom are the suspects.
Well, we don't know anything about, I think, most of those characters.
Hold on, let's skip ahead to the end here and let's read the last few lines. For the connections, I'm going to be an actress, she smiled, showing off perfect white teeth. Clifford said he'd introduce me to some bigwigs. At that moment, Cheryl's partner Robert walked over to her. Any luck?
Yeah, I now know who's telling the truth and who's just acting.
I think, was he in a suit when he died?
He was in his trailer. He died in his trailer, yeah.
How did you know what Scott asked there? He was lagging the whole time.
He said something about when he died, so I just assumed he was asking where he died.
Nope. Was he in a suit? Was he in one of the alien suits?
Oh.
Was he in a suit?
Let me look.
No, he was in his trailer. Fucking
He was
asshole.
trying to wear his trailer as clothes. He was sticking his arms out of the windows.
You know, I didn't want to shame Scott for lagging, okay?
Yeah, don't lag shame
He's
me.
a network technician. He shouldn't lag at all.
So it seems like he was in the suit because people checked on him and
Wait,
they said
he
he was
was
on
in the suit?
schedule. I think so.
Okay, the suit was poisoned by
Oh.
Debbie.
We're gonna go with Debbie. Solve this mystery. It was you're incorrect. It does not say who.
Wait, who
Wait,
was
I can read the full solution.
which of the people that we interrogated was incorrect?
I don't know. I should have picked a shorter one. I should have found a shorter
What?
one.
Oh, does this
One and
branch
not
to
let us
another-
pick either?
It gets kind of a long explanation. It looks like Angela was the person who was guilty.
That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I said. Right
Well,
after
I can't wait to
Clifford.
do a short one on some other episode.
No. You know, I'm just trying to mix up the quizzes every week, and every time I try to do a different thing for the quizzes, it's a disaster. So I think I'm just going to stick to a normal, classic ranker.com list.
No, oh God, no. I think with a little pre-screening, this was a good idea. Like, I definitely,
Yeah.
it's the ideas there. Just, unfortunately,
I was trying to find shorter ones than this site, but this was like the only site I could find that had like a lot of them to choose from, and like they were long enough to do, but then the problem is they're all way too long to do, I think, for the show. But
write your own, baby.
yeah, I should have just done that. But what are you gonna do?
It's a good thing we stopped recording a while ago so we could have this podcast meeting.
Wait, you guys stopped recording?
Oh no, Kelly, you didn't hear me say cut.
Oh no.
Well, all right, let's fire up the mics again.
No,
We gotta-
no.
I can't believe we
I'll just wrap
recorded
mine
a
up. I'll
whole-
just wrap mine up.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.